the 13th. Here's a look at this week's news on the Robo Griffin campus. Last Friday night, the PTA and the Camarena community celebrated our first fall festival. Despite the chilly weather, many Robo Griffins came out to enjoy Inflatable World's huge jumpies. There were lots of food, games, music, and a silent auction. Congratulations if your family was a lucky winner of some great basket.
What's your theme for your fall festival basket?
My theme this year is Hello Kitty, and it's a very awesome basket filled with lots of Hello Kitty themed things. There's a big stuffed Hello Kitty. There's a lot of little Hello Kitties. There's a couple mystery baskets, and I believe the value of the basket is over $250.
Well, we can't wait to see it there.
I hope the lucky owner who gets it is going to really like it.
What's the theme of your fall festival basket?
Well, our fall festival basket is Shopkins, and they're little tiny characters. I just learned this year. I didn't know what they were. I had to look that up on the internet. And so inside our basket we have little creatures, we have backpack, books, and a little vehicle. And so I had a wonderful team mom by the name of Mrs. Greco. She went and put it together, and it looks beautiful, and I hope it brings us a lot of
My favorite thing about the fall festival is to see the whole community come together. From the last 3 years here at Camarena, I've seen students and former students have the second school year. It's a great activity to be at and have families come.
My favorite attraction is the barbecue, which is why I'm waiting in line right now, because it's all about the food. You're welcome, thank you.
Next, we have our Camarena reporters interviewing our new student council members. They will tell us what their goals are for the year.
Mia, what are your intentions for student council this year?
I think just like helping the group and doing stuff.
And how did you feel when you won for student council?
Like I was the most famous person in the whole entire universe.
Thank you, Mia. Stevie, what are your intentions for student council this year?
Well, mine would be to make the school a better place and to save our school memories.
And how did you feel when you won for student council?
I was very nervous, and especially I actually felt famous too.
Okay, so thanks. Carissa, what are your intentions for student council?
I'm going to make the school a better place.
And how did you feel when you won for student council?
I was about to faint.
What are your intentions for student council this year?
I think that we should work together to make the school a lot better and improve it.
And how did you feel when you won for student council?
I felt proud and I was a little shocked.
Thank you.
So, Noelle, what are your intentions for student council this year?
My intentions for student council is that everybody can come together as a team and work together, and everybody has a voice and everybody can be heard.
So, Noelle, how did it feel when you won for student council?
I was ecstatic. I had no idea that I was going to win, and I was doubting myself, and I was just really happy when I won. What are your intentions for student council this year?
My intentions as president is to be the voice, to have all suggestions become real. For example, Richard's suggestion for a judicial system.
And how did you feel when you won for president?
I felt good. Great.
Okay, thank you, Kaden.
This week, we celebrated all the great men and women who fought in the battle for us. Did you know there's another battle our country faces? It's the war on drugs. During my Ribbon Week, Andrew and Ryan spent some time learning about the men and women who keep us safe.
So what kind of equipment do you use for certain things?
So today we brought a lot of our vehicles that we use out for off-road. Since the Border Patrol works a lot of off-road areas, we brought our Hummer, We brought our Ford Explorer, brought our ATVs, and you can see our horse partners back here. And they're a big asset to us out in the field because a lot of humans don't have the same endurance as a horse can. So yeah, we work out in the mountains, we work out in the deserts, on the beaches, sometimes the city as well. But for the most part, our job is out to get dirty out in the field.
How do you track down the enemy?
Well, one of the biggest jobs and tools that we have to track down people who are trying to hide from us or trying to hide illegal drugs are the canine units. And later on, our canines are gonna answer some questions about how the dogs that he's currently in the truck.
What equipment do you use and what is its purpose?
Well, most law enforcement officers, they have what's called a tool belt here that they wear. It's a web gear. And we have tools on our belt that will protect us. So you can see on my belt, I have what's called magazines, and they're filled with ammunition because I have my handgun here, which is used to protect myself and protect other people. I have handcuffs on the back here. I have a baton that I use, a radio where we can communicate with other agents when we're out in the field. I have pepper spray and also keys. And some agents carry tasers as well. I don't have one on me today.
What controls do you use to control the helicopter?
You have a cyclic, a collective, and anti-torque pedals that control the engine and the rotor blades and the tail rotor. Very good question. The first time you fly it, it's very difficult, but I've been doing it now for quite a while, and I've been fortunate enough to keep getting better. And when I learn everything, I'll come and let you know. I'm still learning.
I have a question. What is that machine right there?
That's a bar that holds the camera. Normally we have a camera on there so we can go up real high and see the ground from a long distance. See you later, everybody. Take care. Thanks for coming out.
To take is to the Living Coast Discovery Center. The 6th graders are heading there next week, and they get to cut up a fish. Let's hear what they think about getting messy.
On November 17th, Mrs. Mendoza's class and Mr. Garcia's class are going on a trip to the Living Coast Discovery Center for a fish dissection. Elijah, how do you think it's going to be when you go to the Living Coast Discovery Center?
I think it's going to go pretty well because I've actually dissected some squid before, so I think it would actually be pretty good.
Thank you.
6th grade is going on a fish dissection field trip. Titus, what are your thoughts on this field trip?
Well, the fish dissecting part, I guess I find kind of gross because I do not want to see inside of a fish. So I mean,
Thank you.
Mr. Garcia's class are going to a fish dissection. So, what are your opinions on this field trip?
I think I'm going to wear something that I usually don't, wear. Because I'm going to be disgusted and I'm probably going to wet my hand. I'm going to be just totally disgusted, so I'm going to be bring throw up bags. Mrs. Mendoza's class and Mr. Garcia's class are going on a field trip for fish dissection. Mildred, what are your thoughts on this?
I honestly think it's really good for education. It is disgusting, but at least we'll learn something. Thank you.
Next week, the 6th grade classes are going on a field trip to the Living Coast Discovery Center for a fish dissection field trip. Savannah, are you excited or nervous about this field trip?
I'm kind of both because I heard we're dissecting a fish, so I'm kind of nervous to touch the inside of a fish. So. Just a little.
Thank you.
Next week, 6th grade is going on a dissection field trip. Kaden, what are your thoughts about this field trip? I'm not nervous because I've already had to dissect a cat. So I think dissecting a fish will be no problem. Thank you.
Come cheer on the robotics team at their tournament at the East Lake High School this Sunday. The tournament is all day, so drop by and give your support. Thanksgiving break is coming up. What are you thankful for? Come by the Library Media Center to see what the students are writing. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.